Hi. Welcome to the party. I hope you're having a nice evening. Happy Sunday. I have to go back to work tomorrow, and I do not appreciate that, but it's fine. Everything is fine. All right, I have new peanuts cut out, so come hang out with me. The keyword is sweet. And let me see if I can find my live while I look for my paste. All right, here we go. Ready? All right, we're all set. Now, this is the transfer we're using. Okay, and I've got some cutouts here. I don't know why I threw this on the ground earlier and didn't stick my stuff to it, but here we are. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Okay, I need not a giant one of these. Not a huge one. I was picking up the biggest ones. Okay, let's see. I also didn't pull out white paste either, so I'm trying my best. It's been a long day. So I've been prepping today for a Whatnot sale next Saturday. So mark your calendars. If you're not on Whatnot, you can get a link from me to sign up and get a $10 gift card to use on a purchase over there. Okay. And also, if you comment sale, I'll send you the link to my sale, and you can follow it so that when the time comes on Saturday evening, you can be notified that that sale is starting. Okay? Not really. I mean, it rained a lot. That was it. And it's cold. It snowed up at my parents' house. They're about an hour and a half north of us. It didn't snow here. Maybe it was a little icy. I think Chris's job is starting like at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning instead of like at 7 or whatever time they normally start. But no. We were not affected. It's been fine around here. I guess businesses were probably closed because they didn't want people out on the roads today, which, y'all, it's probably a good thing for my bank account, at least, that the businesses were closed, because I had a hankering today. I started thinking, because yesterday when I was at, was that yesterday? I think it was. When I was at Home Goods, I was looking at curtains. I think I might have told you all this. Because I'm trying to find some curtains for my bedroom, okay? And I found some that I love, but I didn't know what length I needed. And so I didn't buy them, which I should have just gone ahead and buy them. But I'm the worst because I don't return things. I'm really bad about that. I will return stuff to Amazon, even though it's a giant pain in the tail, because I have to, they only give me the option to go to a UPS store or to Whole Foods, and Whole Foods is not convenient for me to get to. And sometimes the UPS store requires I have to end up having to pay to return something to the UPS store, which I think is not cool, Amazon, especially because I am a Prime member, so it should be free. But whatever. And then sometimes they're like, oh, you need a box. But why? Or other things, I don't need a box, so I don't get it. And some things that come in a box that are literally boxed, they say you need to provide a box. And I'm going, okay, well, I didn't know that. So one time I had to pay, like, it was only a couple bucks, but still, it was a couple bucks that I had to pay to use a little poly mailer. And if I would have known that, I would have brought my own poly mailer, because I have them here. Then I had to use my poly mailer, you know? So it's kind of aggravating. Anyway, I don't return stuff to stores. I'm real bad about that. I usually forget. And so I didn't want to go ahead and buy those curtains without knowing for sure. And now I'm wishing that I had, because they would look really great in my bedroom, I've decided. And the length would be absolutely perfect. They would go all the way down to the floor, which is what I want. And now I want them. And I wanted to go back today, but then I'm looking and they're requesting that we don't go anywhere today. So I ended up working on all my stuff for Whatnot anyway. So I got like 100 items loaded. I'm going to pull some things from behind me on my display and also put those in there. I also have some wax melts that I'm going to put in. So I'm going to be working this week. Hey Steph, how are you? To get everything else lined up for a sale on Whatnot for Saturday. So make sure that you're on there and then come join me. If you want the details for that, you can comment sale. And obviously I did send out a notice this morning to my broadcast channel, and if you're not on my broadcast channel, you can also comment. And in that message, if you comment sale, I'll include a link to my broadcast channel too, so that you can just stay informed of what's going on around here. Do y'all like my new sweater I got? Got it yesterday when I was at TJ Maxx. I couldn't resist it. I thought it was super cute. So anyway, we're going to use, oh God, I'm going to throw it across the room first. This is so sweet but salty. And I also have this little easel that I got from Dollar Tree. I'll send you the link after my live is over, stuff. Anywho, yeah, I got this at Dollar Tree and I haven't used it yet, so I thought this would be cute for this project. So that's what we're gonna do. Anyway, if I could talk, that'd be really great too, but you know, I can only expect so much, right? Okay, so this Snoopy cutout does have some score lines on it to kind of help you. If you wanted to pre-paint, I was thinking for the flowers, but maybe it's really not necessary on this one because Snoopy is all white. So I may not keep those score lines on the cutouts when I sell them. For other ones, I know it helps, you know, and so I had thought that I wanted to include it. Sorry, I'm trying to line this up. But I don't think it's necessary now. I have a hair on there. I think it's okay. I don't know. It's fine, I guess. I don't know, y'all. My brain is about fried today because I've been working all day long on listing all my stuff, all my finished goods on Whatnot. So again, if you're not on there, go get on there. And if you need a link to join, oh gosh, this is pretty dry. I don't know if I want to use black. I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to have to use, I need to add some water to that, but I'm going to use Shimmer Shadow instead because I need a new jar of black, or I need to add water and stir that one, and I don't want to do that right at this moment. So we'll use Shimmer Shadow instead, and that will be fine because it's my favorite anyways. I should have just went with it to start with, and then we wouldn't have even noticed that my black was messed up, which probably isn't a good plan either, but still. Now there are some like little hearts and stuff on here that we could put on that background surface, and I'm thinking I might. I've been kind of messy with this, but that's okay. We're gonna do the words and everything first. Maybe we'll just do the Snoopies first, and then we'll go and do the background part on there. Well, this sits a minute to dry. We'll skip back and forth, okay? Now, I did pull out my chalk markers so that I can color in those little flowers too, because I thought that would be nice. Okay, so I'm gonna just, hopefully I fuzz this enough. Set this down right here. And I'm not gonna go over Snoopy at all. I'm just doing the little hearts and stars, okay? So we go. Because the cutouts will be glued on here. Well, I just love Snoopy. I see him all the time now. All the Peanuts stuff is everywhere. It's weird how, I guess, chalk is really, they're in the trends, okay? Which is so strange to me because, you know, they have to set up their orders for their transfers like a year in advance. So I don't understand it. It's like mystical to me how they do it. Okay. So I know that looks kind of messy, but it's gonna come together, I promise. Hey Alma. Hi Tammy, how are you? Welcome, girls. Okay, so for the words. Now this is really just barely connected. I mean, that T and the B are both connected to the word salty, and it is thin. So be real careful with these cutouts. Not to break them. I mean, it won't hurt anything if they get broken apart. Okay, you can still totally use them, but I connected them for ease of use because it just makes it so much simpler to have one piece than trying to piece together each letter. You know what I'm saying? To me, I want ease in my crafting, or else I'll be stressed, and then that negates the point, you know. This is perfect. Okay. Make sure I don't have anything on my hands. All right, now let's switch back. And I pulled out only 3 markers. The yellow and pink and green. And these are the chalk markers that you can buy from my chalk website, okay? And whenever you comment the keyword, which is sweet, you'll get the link to get all the stuff that I'm using. Now, I didn't use regular black paste. I subbed out shimmer shadow, but you could totally still just use black. And then, of course, the cutout is on my website separately. Okay, so I don't have anything Snoopy or Peanuts on Etsy because it's a trademark thing, and I don't want to get my shop shut down, so I do it on a separate website. Which I probably shouldn't be doing that anyway either, but I'd rather get in trouble over there than on my Etsy, because my Etsy is my big store, you know? Anyway. I do see people on Etsy all the time, though, with the peanut stuff and different trademarks, and I'm going, that's not a good idea, people, but, you know, people don't listen to me, what I say, so. Anyway, to get the paint to come out. Hi, Joanne, how are you? Just push down, okay, and then it'll give you a little paint. Don't do it right on your project, or else your paint could start flowing before you actually are ready for it. And it might be too much, so. I really love these paint markers. They are, I think they're water-based. I don't know if they're actually chalk or if they're acrylic. I'm not certain about that. I am going to color in the little greenery down here, just to make it look like it's got stems coming off it. And then the yellow, I haven't used this one either, so I don't know if this is going to be too bright of a yellow. I think I might go with a different yellow. This one's kind of a, yeah, this one's okay. This one's like an ochre color. It's a Posca pen. That one's a little too highlight or yellow for my taste for this. Okay, oops. There's my Snoopy, okay? And he's very sweet. He's bringing us flowers. And also salty, just like me. I can be a little salty sometimes. Okay. And then I'm going to just fit this in right around the little hearts and stars. And then this is going to go... I'm going to actually... I have a little bit of a bleed up here that I'm going to cover up with my cutout, I think. There we go. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to use Stick Fast. As always, this is on my Amazon storefront. If you haven't used this stuff yet, it's so great. I do have my Amazon list at the bottom of the message whenever you comment the keyword. If you are looking for any of the stuff that I use, I try to keep that updated with the stuff that I love. And like, I have all kinds of stuff on there. I have stuff that I use for my dog. I have stuff for the house, organization stuff, craft stuff, some clothes even that I fell in love with. These yoga pants that I absolutely love. These I have bought like, I don't know, I bought like 3 different sets of these yoga pants from there. And because they're so good, they're so great, y'all. They're the most comfortable yoga pants I've ever worn. So I just keep buying them, and they're on my list because they are the best. All right, and they have pockets. So, hi Terry, how are you? Okay, I'm doing great. So there's my little Snoopy project. I hope you all love this one. I do love a good Peanuts project. I think it turned out pretty cute. The little chalk markers worked pretty darn good. And this is just a little easel that I got. It's just a little dry erase easel from Dollar Tree. So check those out next time you're over there. And I love you all. Thanks for joining me. Make sure that you're on Whatnot. I'm going to be on there on Saturday at 7:30. So if you're not there yet, you can comment sale and I'll give you a link so that you can sign up, get you an account set up, and get some free money towards your first purchase, okay? Love you. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.